Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Code Vein 2. It's been quite a few years since I played the first one, so I'm probably going to have to, hopefully they'll start with a recap, and then I'll probably have some learning to do in terms of controls.
Long ago, the world was racked by a great disaster known as the Resurgence. The Resurgence corrupts everything it touches. In the blink of an eye, the world changed. The vast majority of humans and animals are transformed into vicious horrors. It was not long before human society fell apart. In their place, rising from the shadows of history, were the Revenants. Idris, the most revered and honored of all Revenants, sought out and found a way to seal the Resurgence. Yet that victory, such as it was short-lived. As time passed, the seal gradually weakened, as all things must, and it neared a fatal failure. 100 years ago, a great battle was waged. Revenants fought desperately in an attempt to restore the strength of the seal. Many brave Revenants, in fact the very bravest, met their end in this battle, which we now call the Upheaval. The heroes of that conflict managed to reseal the Resurgence in a great, moon-like shell that hangs in the sky. Today we honor them and their memory as heroes for their noble sacrifice. Even now, Calamity itself is held at bay by the mighty seal of the Luna Rapaces, which devours the life force of those heroes. And now, "100 years have come and gone since the Battle of the Upheaval. And one day, when those heroes' strength is spent, this world will..."
Lou, it's time.
Hello there. Can you hear me? It's all right. Don't worry. There's no need to rush, okay? So, do you think you can remember what you looked like?
Okay, that was the character creation part. I skipped through a lot of it to create this guy. And nope, I don't look anything like him.
Excellent.
But I don't remember
Pleasure
what
to
my
make
previous
your
character looked like.
acquaintance at last. All right then. I need you to wake up now.
I think he looked a lot like the guy from Devil May Cry, if I remember correctly. Okay, I'm assuming this is the tutorial part of the opening.
You've come too.
And it is open
As
world,
I feared,
so
the memories may still take some time to return. Forgive me, I certainly didn't mean to startle you. My name is MagMell. I am a revenant.
I'll let her finish
Bear
before
with me, for this may come
before I
as a
start
shock.
yammering.
You have died once already. This is where I used a ritual to resurrect you. I gave half of my heart in order to restore yours. As a consequence, we now share the same heart, you and I. We are two lives intertwined as one. You seem well, all things considered. I'm glad. Do you think you can stand? There is someone that I'd very much like for you to meet. I know it's all new, but it's okay. You can trust me. I shall guide you. Please follow me. How do you feel? Don't hesitate to tell me if you don't feel well. This area was constructed underground. Let's take the elevator to the surface. Our destination is the tower on the hill. Until a century ago, MagMell was a research institute dedicated to the investigation of Forme. By Forme, I refer to the unique abilities of revenants, conventionally known as enchantments, curses, and the like.
Okay, so we're gonna collect everything, because that's what we're supposed to do in open world games. What I do know is that we're not going to at least for the moment, we're not going to cover this entire area, but I am going to come back to it. I do want to make it to MagMell in this particular time frame, or time period, just to make sure I have a major hub. Because I think once we're able to see a map, the map will expand. This is just an island. There is more to the world than this island. So for the moment, I'm going to sort of scan the area. Anything I can see, I'll pick up. And then I'll go on and at least start the main quest. Although I guess the quest is to get to the building she's referring to. But anyway, I'll do this. I'll get there and probably end this at the first, real boss fight. Oh, this is interesting. Does that mean I'm supposed to come back, or is there another way to get to that? Very interesting. Okay. So anyway, we'll explore what we can. The map is not as open as I thought it was. We'll explore what we can. We'll make it to the MagMell hub, is what I'm referring to it, since this is MagMell Island. And then we'll eventually come back here, explore. We'll probably be at a slightly higher level when we do. I don't know whether there are particular I don't know what kinds of enemies there are. But I wanted to get the story moving. I didn't want this to be just a video of me exploring, but I will come back and complete the exploration of it. Even though I'm being pretty thorough right now. Let's see, like this, my question is, should I run down this or not? And if I do, is it leading me somewhere else? Should I go like there? Should I go into that place or not? And if I don't, will I be able to come back? So I'm assuming that I'll be able to come back. But I think for future references, before I move on from an area like this, I'll explore everything. Because unless there's a wall like the one we just saw that prevents me from doing it, I'm assuming the game wants me to explore, since it's an open world game. And that's how you get the materials you'll need to level up and things like that. Form a storage tower.
These two were once revenants, turned to stone by a Forma. A century ago, one came to raid MagMell Island. The other is a revenant who tried to thwart him. Their duel ended in lethal blows, a moment that now stands forever frozen. In any case, come along. We should be going. There's someone expecting you at the top of the tower.
So far, the navigation around the place is pretty easy. It's pretty smooth. I haven't run into any sort of glitchy kinds of things in terms of the gameplay or anything like that yet. I am playing on a PS5. The sound is good. If there are any issues with it, it's my editing, not the actual gameplay. Yeah, I forgot that they can do that. I was like, oh, the elevator door is closing. All right, Lou. And my understanding is you can have, I guess you have to unlock the other partners. Okay, but let's hold off on any of that stuff. Okay, so remember this because we're in the current or real timeline, but we're going to a different timeline.
Another world snuffed from existence.
And I think we'll always be able to come back to this timeline.
Luckily, the residents were all evacuated in time, thanks in no small part to your efforts. My name is Lavinia Rhoda. It is I who carries on the great Idris's mission and legacy. It is you, though, who must save the world of man.
I probably should find a Code 1 or Code Vein playthrough and watch the at least final episode of it to get a real refresher, not just the opening sequence, but a refresher of what actually happened at the end.
100 years ago, a group of heroes
Yeah, I know that much, but I'd like to see it.
They absorbed its energy into their bodies, the seal consigning them to eternal slumber. But now, unable to bear that burden any longer, the flame of that seal threatens to burn out, which results in what you just witnessed. Explosions that will eradicate the world. Yes. If all of the heroes are allowed to suffer such a fate, not a trace of this world will remain. There's only one way to prevent this tragedy, before they reach the point of no return. And so, we must break the seal and end them before it is too late. However, these seals are extremely powerful. Nothing capable of opening them is known to exist. Not in our time, at least. Our hope, the only hope, is Lu. The sole revenant with the ability to traverse time itself. With a power that incredible, subjugating the heroes becomes a possibility, at least. However, as of yet, her power has not fully matured. I ask now that you accompany her back to the past. Help her to perfect her ability and gain true command over the flow of time.
Okay, so we know what our overarching goal is. So let's call that main quest. I'm guessing there are going to be some subquests that we have to complete. It won't be as simple as just hopping through and grabbing something and coming back. So maybe we're going to need to get that for her in order to be able to come back to this timeline.
Time jump is successful.
Or the timeline we were just in. So why don't I just call it the past and the present.
We're still where we were only moments ago. MagMell Island. Only now in the past.
We're in the past now. Okay. So can we get back
Thank
to the
goodness we
present
made
is
it.
the question.
I was actually quite nervous. This being my first time jump and all. However, we must have missed our target coordinates. We seem to be in some cave or other on the island. Quickly, let's get outside and figure out where... I'm sorry. Maintaining the link... It requires more energy than I thought.
Who the hell are you?
Not now. Get away from here. In my current state, I'd only hold you back.
A revenant hunter? Not anybody I recognize. Did MagMell hire a guard?
What does it matter? Kill them now before they raise the alarm!
I hate rats. Well, can't say I remember hiring you, but if you're game, lend me a hand. Oh, I like you already. I'll just hop on your back real quick. Don't make me regret it.
Clifftop Cavern. Okay, so Noah, I guess, is our second partner.
You are definitely no ordinary fighter. Who are you? And how the hell did you wind up here? Uh-huh. Why don't you tell me another one? You're serious, aren't you?
Okay, so we
Either
get to
way,
do a little
I bet we haven't seen the last of these
combat
dudes.
tutorial.
A friend of mine is further inside, and if I don't find him, there's gonna be some serious trouble. You feel like tagging along? You seem a little lost, but don't worry. There's plenty of wayward folks wandering these parts. Look, you help me out, and I'll make sure you get taken care of. Sound like a deal? Great, then a deal it is. The name's Noah. We should find my friend at the innermost chamber. Come on.
Okay, partners. We can either summon them or assimilate them. Link traits. Yeah, I probably will set it so that he is assimilated, and so he will automatically show up instead of me having to summon him each time. So we have a blood code. Okay, that one's Noah's. I think that's our second one because I think we have one for Lou as well. So you're going to acquire those throughout the course of the game. And now we have a map, or I guess it's a map of sorts, so we can see where we've been, which is, I think, very helpful. Having just finished, the travel path. Having just finished Clair Obscure Expedition 33 that didn't have this, this will be very helpful, especially in this open world setting. At least that way you won't keep going back into places you've been. So in terms of partners, so we now have two, Lou and Noah.
I feel great!
You should be able to unlock more as the game goes on. This is my first weapon of the game, which is probably not likely to be the strongest weapon. in terms of builds that I might be aiming towards, it'll probably be something that is a combo of magic and melee. Okay, so the game is vertical as well, which will make it interesting in terms of traversing the place. Or at least could make it interesting. I think this is a save point.
Rest up.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Okay, we can.
If I'm right, I believe we should be able to talk here at our leisure.
Okay, so we'll be able to meet up with Lou whenever
This
we
is
want
a
to.
space where our minds and
Until
the pieces
she
of our
can
hearts
become our partner.
intertwine. Perhaps we could call it something fitting like the confluence. Think of it as a private realm, one that only you and I can access. It would appear that, while we are in the past, there are only certain conditions under which we can meet and speak. First, I hope you'll forgive me for being such little help. As am I assure you. But I do regret being a hindrance to you. My apologies. Now let's go over the current situation. As Lady Lavinia explained, I have been blessed with a rare power, the ability to travel back in time. However, this power remains incomplete. As it stands, I can't actually take us back to the present yet. Fortunately, the MagMell of this era still houses a vast array of formae. Among them, there is one that can augment my ability. I have already located it. Should you manage to obtain this forma, I should be able to traverse the past and present at will. With that power firmly in hand, together, we can work towards preventing our world's demise. First things first, we will have to gain Noah's trust. Once we do that, we'll be able to roam MagMell Island much more freely. Unfortunately, there is a catch, and it is not pleasant. History says that raiders razed this island to the ground. If, as I fear, the bandits in the cave were in fact the raiders, then we have no time to lose. We need to put a stop to those raiders and rescue Noah's friend as soon as we possibly can.
Okay, I'm guessing we will be fighting our way through this little cavern area. Well, at least they don't seem too difficult at this stage. Or in this area. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort of figure out which of these are the best. So there's still some learning to do in terms of the particular build that I'm aiming for and what I need to do in order to achieve that particular build. What is Noah doing? And who the best partner is, or whether that's
I let raiders invade the
or whether
island.
it's situational or not.
Talk about I know this isn't your fight, but I'll return the favor. Let's do this.
Sorry, I cut Noah off there. Guarding.
I feel great! Going all out!
Yeah, you can sort of tell this is very much tutorial. Every one of these enemies we face so far have been rather non-challenging. And finding things like this makes it worth it. Nice, a new weapon. Yeah, some of this.
Something wrong?
Noah, be quiet. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to see which one of these is better. One has better bleed, and one has better attack. And I'm assuming we will be able to level these up, but I don't want to spend
Show me what you can
whatever the materials are to level up if I'm going to get better weapons, or if I can purchase better weapons. So I have to sort of...
We're almost there. My friend should be at the inner chamber.
I'll
just
bide
ahead.
my time for a little while.
He may be a royal pain in the ass, but there's no friend like him. I can't just leave him hanging.
I feel light as a feather.
Okay, we got Bloodthirst. I like the fact that you don't have to direct Noah to do anything, that he sort of takes the initiative. But since he's really our starting partner, well, I guess not. I guess Lou is our starting partner, but he's an early partner. I'm guessing he's probably one of the weaker ones as well. So as we move...
Sure is dark. Human eyes won't cut it in here. You got a light?
Okay. So we have... I have to remember this too, really. So we're going to have some dark areas we have to traverse where I need to use this light. We can make things. We can cook things. And it'll give you a... It'll give you a buff for quite some... That's a general buff. So until you go to one of the missiles or until you die, the buff is maintained. So it's not like a 30-second or a 2-minute buff. It'll last as long as you survive. Okay, don't know what this does. But it is, like a lot of open world games, it's certainly giving you the hint that it's a good idea to explore everything.
Astonishing. Of all the formae our ancestors accumulated, who'd have thought one of this caliber still lay dormant? Hmm? Now. Just who might you be?
The hell?
Valentin!
Noah, do you know who these people are? I don't recall arranging to meet anyone here.
I swear. Give me a second.
What? Who the hell are these two?
Oh, that was a raider ambush, wasn't it?
Oh? Oh is what you've got to say? You nearly got yourself killed!
Noah must have asked you to join him. Thank you. It seems you were quite the help to him. My name is Valentin Voda. I am in charge of Forme research efforts here on MagMell Island. So, you're a solo hunter, are you? Tell me, do you have a place to stay in MagMell yet? I see. In that case, how would you like to help us here? Our former research can always use a hand. If Noah saw fit to offer you his heart so quickly, that says all I need to know. I hope we get along.
Why don't we save the introductions for later and get back, okay? There could be more bandits lurking around.
I'm afraid I'll need to stay just a little longer, Noah. You see, I've just made a substantial discovery.
Did you hear nothing I just said?
There, it surely won't be long. Actually, I'm rather more concerned for the inhabitants of the island. I want you to return to MagMell without me. Don't fret, I won't be far behind.
Fine, have it your way then. Let's go. We need to warn everybody back at MagMell.
Well, he seems like he can take care of himself, so I'm not too worried about him. Okay, so we have a new quest.
Reckless idiot. Doesn't appreciate how much harder he makes my job pulling crap like that. But we did manage to avoid the worst with your help. Thanks for pitching in. Let's get our asses back to MagMell and alert everyone about those bandits.
Okay, so while the place we are is called MagMell Island, there is a structure called MagMell as well.
Time to move.
And these little trees, map jammers, all right? You destroy them and it opens up the map. Okay, so interesting. So they're just there, they're inert, they're non-hostile, I guess. They don't attack you. You can just walk up to them and kill them. I saw this from the other side, wondered how to get it. This is where the map is helpful. Or the, whatever you call this, where you've been before map is helpful, because then you can see that, okay, that's an area I've already explored, versus, you know, jumping across. If I even could have, I'm not sure I could have jumped up the little railing thing. Okay, so we're back in the outer world, or the outside. We have another save point. We have some enemies ahead. I have more stuff that I need to understand. No worries, we'll get to the point where we understand it. This is still learning, and Noah is talking me through some of it. There's our map. We can see the island. Or the island in this in this timeline. We can put a pin on a location where we want to head to, which is helpful. So in terms of, I have to remember that. Okay. All right. Noah has food. Unlike a few games I've played in sort of recent times, even though it's open world, it has a map, which I think is helpful. I guess some people would say it makes it easier. Black Myth didn't have a map until one of the later updates. I'd already played the game, I think, twice before they added the map. And when they added the map, because I'd already played it two other times, I didn't need the map by the time they added it. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers didn't have a map. Clair Obscura didn't have a map. Well, I guess they sort of had a map in terms of the continent, but once you were in an area, there was no map. Although in most cases, once you're, well, not most cases, in some cases, once you're in, it's a pretty linear route, but in other cases, that's not true. You really have to explore every little nook and cranny to fully complete the area. And something like the map used in this game would have been helpful. Didn't matter because I ended up exploring every area anyway. So I guess if the developers want you to fully and truly explore, they don't give you a map. They drop you in and you explore. Or they do like this and you unlock the map as you explore. There is a lock-on I should be using when I'm fighting these guys. I'm assuming if I go back and I save to see if I can squeeze a level out, that all the enemies will respawn. So that's where we're heading. And we're not, you know, I'm going to sort of explore this, but I'm not going to explore it yet. I'm going to try to make my way to MagMell. And then once we're there, hopefully they won't give us another quest and then we'll be able to actually go back and explore. So if it doesn't work out that way, then I would have learned my lesson, and that lesson would be explore everything you can before you head to the objective. Still working on the mechanics here. That looks like something I should be able to interact with.
What are you doing? This ain't the way to MagMell.
Oh, be quiet. Okay, let's stick to the beaten path for the moment. See, when they have that kind of dialogue in the game, it makes me feel like I shouldn't be exploring. I should instead be going directly to the objective. But I don't think that's what you want to do in an open world game. Because part of the open world experience is gaining as much XP as you possibly can and looting and finding things out in the open world. And if I just go straight to the objective, I'm probably not going to do that.
I feel great!
So in this first episode, I'm a little bit torn, but I think I'm settling in on how to play this moving forward in the upcoming episodes.
I feel light as a feather.
I think eventually Noah's dialogue is going to drive me crazy. Okay, they're being really generous with the loot, with the drops from the enemies, which is good. Oh, okay, so you can break boxes. Okay, you can interact with these. Okay. Oh, we have an enemy over there. All right, that's good to know. So when I'm on my explore journey, and how much of the exploring I'll show depends on how much exploring I get done versus how much progress I get. So if I'm exploring for like an hour and a half and only make 30 minutes worth of progress, you know, I have to sort of figure out how not to do that. Otherwise, you guys might not find this Let's Play all that interesting. Although you might. I don't know. I don't tend to get comments on my videos, so I don't really know whether people like them or not from a exploring standpoint. But I'm a completionist, so I explore everywhere.
The nectar found in this tree can speed up your recovery.
Okay. Thanks, Noah. That was helpful. Okay, so when we get to a missile, we'll be able to upgrade that, I think.
MagMell is the building furthest through this gate. Once we get there, we'll take the elevator down to the sub-levels.
Okay. So we have stuff we can explore here. And I'm guessing once we get to MagMell and sort of chat with whoever is there, we'll probably be back in this world. I don't think they're going to send us somewhere else yet. I think whatever quest they send us on will likely be in this vicinity. So we have a number of objectives, actually. One is make it to MagMell. The other one is, of course, to help Lou And I'm guessing when we get to MagMell, they're going to give us quests as well. So in this first part, it seems like there'll be plenty to do. And there's plenty of these things lying around. I don't know how useful they are. They may not be useful at all. Well, certainly if there's an enemy around... Oh, I didn't see this one. I saw the one in front. Okay. Alright, I was going to say, if there's enemies around, Noah seems to point them out pretty quickly, but he was looking at a different one than the one I actually saw. So I know there are different shields in the game. I don't know what is the best one. We'll figure all of that out as we move along. Like I said, I want to play sort of a mage melee, which I guess I should just call him a battle mage type of play. In order to do that, I'm guessing my character can't be totally squishy. Otherwise, this will be a very frustrating game. We have another save point. Okay, we know where we're going, but we still have stuff that we can...
How about a quick rest?
Thanks, Noah. I was going to do that anyway, buddy. Yep, do it because I want to level up as much as I can.
I'm impressed.
So I guess that's the other benefit to... Okay, cool. I don't have what I need for that one. So I guess the other benefit to fighting every enemy that you see is the ability to level up a little bit quicker, which is the way most open world games work. Right? You sort of fight everything along the way, and I guess if you really want to do it, you just stay in one area and just keep respawning the enemies and keep fighting them over and over and over again. But I'm not sure that would be all that interesting for me. Okay, so it looks like you can go... It looks like you can go just about anywhere, which is a true open world game. There's some games that call themselves open world, but they're really not as open world as you think. We've only found one area that we couldn't get to, and that might have had something to do with the timeline. Right, since we're still in MagMell Island, we're just in a different timeline. Before we got to this timeline, there was an area that was blocked off that we couldn't get to. I will eventually go back there because there was a chest over there that I needed to get. And I couldn't get it in the other timeline, so I must be able to get it in this timeline. So lots of questions, but we're only an hour in, so I'm guessing probably at the 3 or 4 hour mark, things will become a little bit easier to understand. So I'm not too worried about it. So we got supplements. We got a whole bunch of stuff I need to figure out what they do, how to equip them, in what situations should I equip them. What I don't know yet is there fall damage in this game?
That's the way to the storage tower. MagMell is below the hill.
Okay, so the storage tower we were in the storage tower in the old timeline. In the current timeline, since we're now in the past. But the door didn't have anything I can interact with, so I'm guessing I can't go back in through that way, at least not right now. But for now, we're just picking up the sparkly things. So I don't know if I automatically have the ability to craft stuff. Maybe I do, because there was the cook menu. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe there is a way for me to do that. And I'll have to play around with the menu to see. Okay, we made it to MagMell. I have to play around with the menu to see what it is that that we'll be able to do, how to do it, and what buffs those things give me. So some of that I'll do off camera. I mean, it doesn't make sense to sort of spend valuable time with you guys doing those kinds of things, but I need to learn all of that. We're at the beginning of the game, so it would make sense for me to learn that. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Here we are, the MagMell Forma Institute, our base of operations.
That concludes my briefing. Noah and our new hunter here will be standing guard, but I want everyone else to remain duly vigilant.
I'm going to be standing guard? I didn't think that was my task. Okay. So,
wait, how in the world did Valentin beat us back?
beats me. Or maybe he can time.
Looks like Valentin told everyone about you.
That's not time
Why don't you go
travel.
take a look around the facility? You should introduce yourself, even though it's just standing around. I'm sure they'll end up helping you out in one way or another.
Okay, so it's still...
After you've more or less seen the place, we'll go talk to Valentin.
Okay, so it's still basically a sort of prologue type thing. So the idea is now sort of walk around this place, meet the various merchants, get another level in. I don't know what level I should be at for different parts of the game. I haven't really done any research on a lot of this stuff yet, but I will on some of these things just to make sure I'm using the mechanics correctly. Otherwise, you know, it'll be like me getting through a chunk of the game without understanding the mechanics and then discovering the mechanics later. That's happened to me before. So what we're going to do is we're going to chat with anyone we see. I don't think we're going to buy anything yet since I just spent it to
Pick your poison.
I just spent it to sort of upgrade myself. Chemical light we don't need since we apparently have the ability to use a light.
Not forgetting anything, are you?
You guys should be giving me like a free welcome bag or something. I just got here. And apparently Noah has talked me up. Okay, so this place looks rather vast. So we will go through any door we can go through, meet whoever's in there. Of course, we're going to take any loot we find. Why is she laying next to a giant eel?
If you have business, then see me in the shop.
Oh, man, she has attitude. Okay, all
You
right.
better spend some money at my shop.
Okay. Are you threatening me? Okay. That was not useful, but okay. All right. Note to self: that little map thingy doesn't show up in here. So don't get lost as you're exploring these different rooms. Interesting. I guess anything that has an item in it means I haven't been here, so that makes it a little bit easier. Heavy history book. Not quite sure whether that's a quest item or whether that's something I can sell to someone or what the deal is. Organic soap, same thing. Looks like a nice little spa area. Got stuff in here. Uncanny stone. Oh, okay. All right. So if you want to change things about your appearance, you can do it in the little spa area. Nice. Wow, this is sort of nice. Wouldn't this be nice to have at your house? Oh my God. Your own little personal oasis. Very nice. Got the candles going and everything. Very, very, very nice. Okay, so note to self. Change my outfit at some point in the future. Yeah, this place is huge. I'm assuming some of these locked doors you'll be able to enter at some point in the future. That's where we're going to talk to Valentin last. We will explore everything first. Nice dining room. Nice kitchen with no food. Why aren't they prepping a nice welcome meal for me? Everybody's in relaxed mode. She's just chilling out on the counter. Wow.
As you can see, this is the weapons shop. If you want anything, you better pay up.
Okay. So, good to know. Ancient Hunter Sword. Ancient Hunter's Hammer. All right. So again, we're a little bit poor right now, so we're not going to spend money on stuff like this yet. But one of the things I know is once I'm done exploring the area, fully exploring the area, then I'll likely come back to this little hub. And I'm assuming I can fast travel back here since there's a Mistle there. So that'll be something that I likely do in the next episode. Is to just go around. Either I'll do it in the next episode or I won't show it and I'll do it before the next episode. But to go around and explore all the stuff that I missed. All right, what do you do? Okay, let's grab this item. Okay, so this looks like a little training area.
Wounds dangerous. Take this. Can practice ahead.
Press L1 just before. Yeah, I am horrible at parrying. So yet another game where I'm going to have to parry. Right after Expedition 33. Really great. Okay, she's the weaponsmith. We've seen her. Actually, she's a different one.
This is for fine-tuning your equipment.
Okay.
What do you want?
She upgrades equipment. Or transforms equipment. Okay. Don't know what that means, and we don't want to do that yet.
I'll upgrade your weapons. Hand them over.
Okay, so she upgrades and the other one transforms. Got it. Why you look like that, buddy? All right, so... And she sells weapons. Got it. All right, so this is... Let's call this side the weapons wing. So as soon as you walk in, off to the left side is the weapons wing. Let's see what's over. Wait. Okay, we can talk to these folks.
Hello, I'm actually new here too. If you don't mind, maybe we could be friends.
Sure, buddy. You're the only person that's not trying to sell me something.
We're the team in charge of construction work on MagMell Island.
Or hopefully you guys don't end up dead.
You must be the hunter everyone's been talking about. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay, good to meet you too. All right, Valentin, your turn. What's up, buddy?
We meet again. I must have passed you both without noticing. Allow me to officially welcome you to MagMell. Our institute is dedicated to the collection, preservation, and research of Forme. As it happens, this island is home to the ruins of ancient revenants. To this day, unidentified Forme are uncovered regularly. Once these fresh specimens are unearthed, we have a team of formologists and artisans committed to developing new technology from the Forme. Bearing that in mind, I'd like to enlist your help on their mission. Assuming our tentative partnership proves fruitful, I will see to it that you are well rewarded. Perhaps there is some forma or other that you desire? Our researchers are searching for Forme across the island. I'd like you to meet with them first. Presently, they're focusing their efforts on two primary excavation sites: the ruins at the center of the island and the water treatment plant along the coast. But according to their reports, not all is going smoothly. Trouble has reared its ugly head. Would you mind visiting the sites and lending them your aid?
Okay. So we now have a single quest with two parts. The water treatment plant and the other location in the middle of the island. And once we get there, we'll be able to fast travel. I guess that makes sense. You unlock fast travel points once you get to an area, which makes perfectly good sense. That's the water treatment one. And then the... Oh no, I guess we can fast travel there. No, that's not it. Okay. So we can fast travel to this area and then get to the other two areas.
Seems like they're all counting on you. Let's not let them down.
Valentin is related to Lavinia.
Or to the water treatment plant on the coast. Your choice. Let's get moving.
But since this is in the past, I don't know how they're related. Anyway, let's head to the water treatment plant first. And one of the things I really love about it is when you drop the pin, you can see the location from miles away. So you can do a bunch of stuff along the way, but always know where your final destination is, which I like about it. It's a good quality of life kind of a thing.
I feel light as a feather.
Okay, so one thing is also clear is that when you drop that pin, even if the location is underground, the pin will still drop in the location. So in this particular instance, we're at the location, but clearly it's at a level below us, and there were steps. There was no need for me to sort of jump down the side of a hill. And there's little sparklies for us to pick up. So let's pick them up. Let's do a little exploring. Let's kill the crab. Oh, actually, we get stuff from that. All right. Okay, so that's. I don't think I was paying attention to stuff like that. All right, so you really should kill everything that you see. I say that as I walk by the crab that was munching on something. We have a missile here, so we should
nice view.
Activate this one. I'm guessing there'll be one at our location as well, so I'm not sure why there'd be one this close. Let's grab this item. We have a merchant over there.
Welcome! Here is Jadwiga's helper. Buy something.
Okay, so
everything okay too.
So there are a number of them. Okay, there you go. Minions. Nice. Stone vaccine. Don't know what that is. Rifle ammo. Shotgun ammo. Grenade launcher ammo. Oh my god. Okay, so one of our weapons has to be a wow, some good stuff. But again, I'm broke, so it doesn't make sense for me to buy this. But at least I know he's on the coast, and there's a fast travel point close to him. So once I'm done with my exploration, we're going to go to the water treatment plant after we finish looking around a little bit more. And then when we leave the water treatment plant, we should actually have enough to buy stuff, but I'm wondering whether I should buy it from him or buy it from the woman at our hub. Or am I going to find stuff where I don't need to buy this stuff? So there are lots of questions. But I worry about sort of burning all of my currency because clearly you need it to level up and you also need it to purchase things. And right now I feel like leveling up is a little bit more important than purchasing things. Yeah, heavy history book. I'm wondering, should I sell this stuff to get more so I can buy something? You know, it's a little risky. I've played games before where I've sold stuff and realized, while it wasn't a quest item because they don't let you sell the quest items, it was an important item.
Again.
You got everything you need?
Yeah, we'll see you again, buddy. So maybe when you leave an area, well, this one is where the hub is, so it wouldn't be that I would leave the area and never come back to this island. What was that? Yeah, that was not good. Yeah, remember, lock on, lock on, lock on.
I'm sorry I can't be of any use. We're counting on you.
So, you're actually useless.
Must be the hunter newbie. I'm glad you made it. I'm building a bridge connecting MagMell Island with the mainland, and I need your help. The plan is to use Forme to increase the strength of the bridge, but we haven't obtained the Forme in question yet. The water treatment plant deep in this cave was built by revenants long ago. There are plenty of useful Forme still in there. There has to be a Forma capable of reinforcing objects inside, but the place is crawling with horrors. We were at a loss since we couldn't handle the expedition by ourselves. Can you clear out the horrors and secure the area?
What are we gonna find here?
Okay. So, well, the water treatment plant is the main quest. This guy just gave us a sub-quest. I should say, well, the water treatment plant is one part of the main quest, which requires us to go to 2 areas. This guy just gave us another mini quest. We have a save point. Nice.
You get better all the time.
I can level up. All right. All right. So yeah, I don't know what the level I should be at, but I'd rather be higher level than I should be for an area than below an area for the below level for a particular area. The other thing I like is that the items show up on the map as well. So if you're close to an item, you sort of know you need to go and get it, which is really helpful. I don't know how close you need to be for that to happen. But right now, this is a fairly linear path, right? Okay, I say that, and still linear. There's only one way that you can go. Okay, so okay, this guy's shooting at me over here. It'd be nice to get something that allows you to regain health. What is this guy? Oh. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was something that would let me regain health when I defeat enemies in this game. That may be coming later. I don't know. We have a chest over here.
Aren't you forgetting something?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But if you think I am, you should tell me. And just let me go. And I see the chest over here. I'm going to get that. If that's what you're referring to.
Look after that, okay?
Reaper. A puppet Reaper. Okay, alright. I wonder how fast these, how fast those are. Because in some cases, if it takes a long time to initiate the spell, the enemy would have already killed you by the time you're able to actually get the spell off. I remember that a little bit from the first game. So you had to be really, really careful what you were doing and how you were doing it. I'm guessing this one is a little bit like that as well. Like these twin blades are really fast. I'm guessing the ancient sword is big and any one-handed blade I think would be slower. Although that's not necessarily true. You can have a katana that's pretty fast, but I don't know. Just based on the menu, there seem to be quite a few different weapon types, which I like. So it gives you choice. Okay, so we have another map unlocker down there.
Watch the shadows.
Okay, why are you warning me? Oh, that's why. Okay, so the enemies show up on the map at a point in time, but they don't show up in advance. Like right now, okay, so the map was showing the item, and then as you got closer, it showed the enemy. So the range in terms of how things show up on the map is a little bit interesting. Like this guy was hiding behind that pillar, and I didn't see him. He didn't show up on the map. This item is showing up on the map. Vintage brandy. Okay. I think Pax is too young to drink. Well, I don't know. Some of these game characters could be like 100 years old, you know. Okay. So we have an item up top that we need to do a little platforming to get. We have this guy down here, which we should be able to take care of. And we have another item. Okay, so let's go and unlock. Is this where the map thing was? Alright, so what to do? Okay, since we're here, why don't we go ahead and grab this item, and then we need to unlock the map to sort of give us a little idea of the area of traversal here. Alright, there's another item. Oh, there it is. Alright. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is great. I know people are going to say, oh, it's another Souls-like game. Yeah. I would say this is a Souls adjacent game. People who are calling some of these games that come out Souls-like are wrong. Souls-like games are incredibly difficult. And I think they have a particular style to them. Okay, can we get back up if we jump down there? Okay, so that thing is still down there. Alright, so maybe we do have to jump through the hole in the wall to get down there.
I wasn't expecting this.
Oh. Nope. Hole in the wall leads to this guy.
Going all out. Feel great.
Okay. He's intimidating looking, but not all that difficult, which is good. What was he protecting or staring at? An uncanny stone. Aha, there we go. Now we can have the map. There we go. This is immensely helpful. Very, very, very helpful. And no, the characters cannot swim. If anyone's wondering, what happens if you jump in the water? I fell into the water, and so I know what happens. Okay. That's where I fell into the water. Another chest, another item. Nice, nice, nice.
You gonna leave that lying there?
No, I'm not, buddy. Just chill. Alright, we have a greatsword, which is likely stronger than any weapon I have right now. Yep. Well, the dual blades are definitely faster. We're gonna go with the greatsword for a little while. We'll figure out what weapon we're gonna use a little bit later. But right now, we're gonna go with the thing that has the most attack power. And the difference between the attack power and for that and a dual blades is significant, but in terms of the bleed, not that significant. Bleed is a little bit less with this than it is with the dual blades. But the attack power is like is like double. So I'm going with the attack power.
This should make things a little easier.
Okay, so there is this in the game. All right. So unlocking shortcuts is a thing, which is good. And clearly this is an area we have not... Well, we've been over here, but we weren't through this little tunnel before because that looks like boss fog.
Make sure you touch that stone monument. You never know what might happen. Better to establish a foothold.
Resurrection monuments. Okay, so I guess this assumes I'm actually about to die. All right, no worries. Let's set up a resurrection point, and then we'll fight whatever is on the other side of this wall. And we're only going to fight him one time, whoever this is. If we beat him, we're good. All right, Resurgence, Abomination. Sounds like something we're not going to beat first try. Actually, we're doing some decent damage. Well. I don't know what that is. Okay. Restorative offering. Alright. So Noah healed me. And I died again. Okay, yeah. So I gotta get used to the combat.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Gotta get used to the combat. Dropping haze on death. Alright, so he's got all my currency in there with him. Okay, so note to self. Although at this monument I can't level up. Because that would have been helpful to have something you can level up and then you won't lose your currency. So let me see if I can grab it. I know I can't leave. I have to grab it and then beat him. If I die, then I would have lost whatever the amount of haze was, and I don't know what it was. But this will definitely... 3112. Okay, that's a pretty decent amount. That's probably 2 levels. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. So with this, I am going to wrap things up here. And in the next episode, I will return and beat this guy for embarrassing me in my first episode of Code Vein 2. Right. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.